All right, so diving into a viewer submission for the second half of our Runeterra in the morning here today. So Shyvana was a new champion added in the most recent card drop. 4 mana, 3/4. When she attacks, she gets +1/+1 this round, and she levels when she's seen dragon allies deal 12+ damage. Her leveled mode gets +2/+2 whenever she attacks and creates a fleeting strafing strike, which lets her eat things in play. Our other champion in this deck is Taric. So Taric's a good, very aggressive champion. When he attacks, he supports to give his supported ally tough, so the thing next to him, and he recasts any spell that's been cast on him onto the ally next to him as well. He levels when he's seen use target or support ally 7+ times. And his leveled mode continues to have support, but instead of just giving tough, he makes himself and his other thing unkillable. So I actually really like the rough idea of what this deck is doing. So a lot of the Shyvana decks that I've seen are like trying to go bigger with dragons, and I like that this deck is just playing Shyvana as a good rate aggressive champion, because she's basically self-leveling over a turn or two, especially when paired with things like Concerted Strike and single combat or pump spells. So instead of like being a dragon-themed deck, we're just playing Shyvana here as just a good rate card. So let's go ahead and dive into some games of this and see how it goes. Fisherman's Enemy TV, glad to see you enjoying Runeterra. Had a tough month with the wife having emergency surgery, and your YouTube content has been a welcome break from the stress. Thank you for the 15 months of Prime. I hope everything works out okay with that. I know how stressful it can be having loved ones in the hospital. Had that with Christy at the end of last year. I saw some folks using the update command while we were playing the Gauntlet, by the way. If you're a fan of my Runeterra content, based on the results of my sub-survey I sent out over the weekend, it's going to be here to stay. I am going to extend my break from Magic. Magic's been a little bit frustrating lately, and I want to focus on games that I find fun, like Runeterra. So my Runeterra every single morning, Monday through Friday at a minimum, is going to continue through the end of November, and past that, if there's enough support for it. Zed Leeson. Okay, so I need to mulligan these two, looking for a Nightfall enabler for Shadestalker here. Just passing and burning our mana here. It really sucks. I just like don't have a good enabler for the Shadestalker at the moment.
Dragon blood, Demacian heart. End them.
We did sneak out the 7 wins, Dirty Digits.
Force is meaningless without skill.
A pleasure to see you, Master.
I've not watched John Oliver yet this week. I think I'm just passing here. So next turn I get to go up to 8 mana, which will let me Bastion, single combat, and Hush. So, not only is Runeterra supposed to be getting proper spectator mode acts, but they said at some point into next year, they're hoping to give third-party tournament organizers the ability to run tournaments themselves as well, using in-client stuff. So, I'm not gonna commit to doing Runeterra tournaments super early, But if they give us in-client support for running custom tournaments, I'm definitely going to be running those, yeah.
I'll see this through. My lands need center.
Well, a tournament mode is definitely coming, Lacrasse. It's just, in addition to getting that tournament mode, we're also going to be getting, third-party support for it as well. Now the question is, do they have, like, a hush of their own here? Sorry, did I say hush of their own? Bastion. If they have a bastion of their own here, they keep Lee alive. Okay, they're electing to trade. I think that's fine for us. It's unfortunate that we don't really have any other pressure in our hand, though. We really need to draw something to enable these Shadestalkers. If we draw a cheap 1 or 2 mana thing, you get to go Shadestalker next turn, we'll be in a pretty good spot.
What is gained when we return Malevolence?
Perfect. Go, go, gadget, go. Do, 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 do.
Darkness hides in my path.
Darkness hides in my path.
Invisible to the ignorant.
How far did we get in the gauntlet? We went 7-1. This is ephemeral, so we don't want to attack into this because it's going away at end of turn anyways. So we'll just be attacking with our elusives here. Okay, so I'm going to turn that Gauntlet command into a Pick Band command. I mean, to be fair, Lambton, like, you can play a Magic Arena gold constructed event like that in a pretty quick amount of time as well. Okay, so now we'll single combat in response here, which will pop the Spell Shield, and then the Concerted Strike will kill it. Missed the opportunity to chill Twitch Prime after getting your first Prime Glory. There's the real idea right there. That's the real idea. Alright, so I think... Okay, so... Do I want to play this, or do I just want to open attacks here? I think I just open attacks here. pretty stunning turn for the opponent here.
As the dragon wills.
And then, you know, the real question, do we die this turn? Do I get another opportunity to attack, or are we dead? So again, Lee Sin can combo kill us from 20 here with Zenith Blade. They have 10 mana? Yeah, we could die here. Yeah, I just like Lee Sin too. I expect he's gonna get changed in the next patch. Feels like a magic card / magic deck. Super linear and difficult to interact with. How do they combo? So, Lee Sin's leveled mode, when he challenges something, he Dragon's Rages it, which means he deals damage to your Nexus and the thing he's challenging equal to his attack. And then when they give him Overwhelm, he hits a second time because he's removed the blocker. So they basically give him Double Strike unblockable. Hopefully they need another turn. The fact that they don't have any gems right now bodes well for us. So, like, and again, I've talked about this a lot, but for people that haven't heard me talk about it before, I don't actually think this Lee Sin deck is too good from a pure power level perspective. But I do think, in terms of the average quality of gameplay that it generates, it's not healthy for the game. I think the types of games that it creates are bad for Runeterra to have. I think if Lee Sin was a magic card, this is like basically how most decks in Historic and Modern and Pioneer work. They just feel bad to play against. But that's how Magic works. There's a lot of decks that feel bad to play against. But in Runeterra, they really feel like they care about how their game feels to play, and they want their game to be fun, which is one of the reasons why I enjoy it so much. Mommy Makeout Summer, coming in hot with the sub gifty. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. They're trying to figure out what they want to kill here. So again, Lee Sin's gonna hit us for 10 here. He's gonna kill this and nail us.
Enter, traveler, and stop staring.
So, again, I don't think combo is inherently bad. In fact, I think I'd argue the opposite. I think combo is inherently healthy and good and interesting to have. The problem with Lee Sin is that it's a combo card that's very not interactive.
I fight with my spirit.
It's a combo card that, with the addition of Bastion especially, you can't kill it with removal efficiently, and you can't kill it with challengers or inside of combat because of its barrier. So combos are fine and even good to have in games. You just need to be able to have an axis of interaction for those combos, and Lee Sin doesn't currently offer that in a meaningful way, I don't think. Yeah, I agree, Quaddle. I think the way I would nerf Lee Sin, if you asked me, you could maybe screw with his numbers, but I would get rid of his barrier and give him quick attack. So that way, you can kill him with challenger units at the very least. Or you can kill him with bigger units occasionally. But the barrier making it so you can't kill him in combat's the big deal. Unfortunately, I don't have lethal here, right? I'm 1 point short of lethal. And then we're just gonna die to this next turn. I guess I could draw exactly Hush. Yeah, I think they could also go the opposite direction. I think another way. Oh, I should attack with the elusive because it's free. Because I'm dumb. It doesn't matter. I think they could also make it. They could also adjust Dragon's Rage, so Dragon's Rage removes the unit using Dragon's Rage from combat. So, this is where I disagree with you. I get, from a flavor perspective, Lee Sin has a barrier. I get the Vorthos of Lee having a shield is accurate, but I still think it's bad and I would rather it didn't. Yeah, that would be the other solution. I would either get rid of his barrier to make him more interactable, or have him remove himself from combat when he Dragon's Rages so you can't double strike to kill with him anymore. I think those are the two easy solutions.
A little luck for those who need it.
Mountain Sojourner's here with a bunch of other support stuff. Can be real good this game. Yeah, you could have him give himself Spell Shield instead. Like, that would probably be fine too. I guess you want at least one axis of interaction with him. And currently he has 0, which is not ideal. Yeah, I should have played Mentor Stones out there.
Don't worry, I am here.
I spoke your name, but never expected you to appear.
Have no fear, Terex here. So I think the plan here is, assuming they don't do anything super scary, we'll Pale Cascade Tarek, attack, he'll Pale Cascade Gift Giver, and then these will both have tough. I think Bastion's fine. In fact, I'd go further and say Bastion's actively a good card to have in the game. I think 4 mana stop your interaction is fine. I think it was too good at 3. I think at 4 it's super reasonable. Giving it tough instead of barrier. So, yeah, I guess. I don't know. I think I'd rather it have quick attack. Quick attack makes it easier to kill with Challenger.
Sharp, never submit.
Yeah, at 4 mana, it's like a more tempo version of Deny. Yeah, I think Bastion at 4 mana is great. That would be my pick. Does this mean I get to do a thing? It does multiple of 0. Thank you for the entire year of support. Let's get you a sword to go with that shield. Thanks for keeping me around. Make sure you take a peek at the channel update video if you haven't already. So, I get to play Mountain Sojourners this turn, and then I could go double Mentor of Stones next turn if I want. Or I could go second Mountain Sojourners. We did finish Valruta, Zeckles. In fact, I elected to post Valruta as its own separate clip. Yeah, we finished Valruta and then we stopped. It was sweet. I like the kind of like boss fight puzzle boss fight sandwich. Feels like good design.
Every step, a new journey. Live with I weave my own. Live with purpose.
I'd give Monster Train a try as a variety submission. Heard good things about that one. I think we just double mentor here and truck on in.
But can you float?
I could certainly try.
Tarek's not gonna have anybody to support at the end of his chain, though, is a little sad. Maybe I'm actually supposed to Lunari Shadestalker. I could Lunari Shadestalker, and that lets me hold up single combat, which is nice. And then I could pump this +4/+4, right?
Darkness hides my path.
Not on the overlay, unfortunately. They're currently at 5 out of 22, though.
Just a little farther. Hold tight.
Yeah, I don't think I want to gem Tarek here. I think I want to hold up single combat, depending on what they do.
Take heart. Live with purpose. Go no further.
Your mom's red sauce. Thanks for the sub gifties this morning. Happy Monday to you. I think I want to go ahead and single combat now, so this way my opponent doesn't have a chance to guiding touch to heal this.
There is nowhere left to go.
Oh, that levels him. So with Soraka dead, hopefully they can't win with Starspring next turn, and then we should hopefully win pretty handily the following turn. Another Sojourners. Yeah, I agree. Let's go ahead and move off the Lee Sin conversation. They said something's coming. This isn't Magic the Gathering where we have to, like, cross our fingers and hope that a change is coming 18 months down the line. They told us point blank changes are coming and we know when they're gonna happen. So, like, you know, God bless. Jeff, you changed my life. You inspired me to change things I hate. You will see. That's a little ominous.
Ring the flippin' bell! Ooh, you wee scruff!
I like Starspring 2X papers. I think it's in a pretty healthy spot overall. I think this card's super reasonable. I think I'm just letting this happen. I guess I could I could Tarek to save this, but if they have Pale Cascade, which seems likely, that isn't very good for us. I think we go Shavon plus Mentor of the Stones this turn, and then next turn, is that true? See, I kind of want to hold up Blessing of Tarek next turn, I think. What if we play Mountain? I definitely want Mountain Soldiers down next turn, so I think that's the play.
Time well, and good luck on your journey.
And then I have to decide what I want to sequence with next turn. Do I want to add Mentor of the Stones to the mix, or would I rather add Crescent Guardian? I think I'd rather add Crescent Guardian because it overwhelms. I'm going to have 10 total mana next turn. This is going to go to 15 here.
Our mountain groves are full of dangers, but I know them all.
That's very good. They're going to go back up to 12 here.
Stand back.
Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and gem this and then play Crescent. And then I think we're gonna Tarek's Blessing here, and then we'll have him support this, which will give this +5. And then we'll have this support this at the end to get it up to an 11. And we'll start the support chain with this. Oh, wait, if I do that, though, I don't have her connect all the way down, right? Hmm.
I feel better when you feel better.
Yeah, I suppose I could also just do this and then play the Overwhelm spell as well instead. Is that better? They have a lot of blockers is the problem. What's more damage? I have to kill them this turn, basically, right? Three, 10. Yeah, maybe I am just supposed to give Tarek Overwhelm. I don't feel like I have enough time to fully dissect what's going on this board.
Never submit.
It might be better to just give Overwhelm here. Yeah, I think I messed this up. I think I'm supposed to do this. Giving two things Overwhelm would be pretty good with things being this large. I could have. I guess this would be two smaller, and this would be two smaller, but these would both have Overwhelm. Yeah, I think we're gonna die here, because this is only 11. I guess they have to lose most of their stuff. Oh, these are all gonna survive still. Yeah. Yeah, I should have done the Overwhelm there. There were just too many permutations. The clock clicks down too fast.
Outrageous.
No, I use the Pro Controller, Helic. I use the Pro Controller on my computer too. A lot of like Horizon Zero Dawn that I'm playing on PC, I use my Pro Controller for that, plugged in via USB. This game's very intense. Yeah, you don't have nearly as much time to dick around with your decisions because the rope is a more aggressive in this game. And on top of that, on top of not having time to dick around because of the rope being longer, you also have more complicated board states. Is there a non-Switch controller called Pro Controller? I guess that's kind of generic. There probably is. I like the Ashkench deck. If you didn't watch us play that on stream, there's a YouTube video of it up on my channel. I think it's super reasonable. It's one of the 3 decks we played in the Pick Fan Gauntlet this morning. Right on time, Solari Soldier. Welcome to the party. Some of the third-party Switch controllers use that name. Okay, that's extra confusing. Yeah, I'm using the official Nintendo Pro Controller. I like it a lot. Did we get to Masters? We didn't get to Masters last season, but we got to Masters the season before that. If you're new to the channel, this isn't a try-hard stream. This deck and most of the decks that we play here are viewer submissions. We largely play for fun. If you're looking for a good Spike stream, I'd recommend Born by God. He does a lot of good play-to-win content. Very, very good at the game. Fresh Lobster is another good Runeterra streamer that does focus on a little bit more spiky stuff. What did I say? I said bruised by God. Did I say something else? Did my mouth not work? I said born by God. You're right. I did say born by God. Listen, chat, it's not my fault people make their usernames 3 words. How am I supposed to remember all that? It's too many words, chat.
Unbelievers will see the light. Don't worry, I am here.
I am here. Have no fear. I am here.
Remember the objective.
I've heard a lot of good things about Grappler, but his schedule makes it so he's not someone I can ever catch live, so I've not been able to watch him stream before. But he is someone that a number of people have recommended. But he's just not live whenever I have the ability to watch Twitch. What about Swim? Swim makes good content. He's a great... Swim and Mogwai are both great content producers. I don't think I'd classify them as really, like, try-hard Spike streamers, though. They tend to do a lot of stuff similar to me that's a little bit more off the beaten path, trying to focus a little bit more on the entertainment perspective. Which is also great and fun. But I would say what they do is a little bit more similar to, like, how I tend to work as well. Who's got 2 thumbs is gonna get burned out? This guy right here. Decimate is a brutal card, chat. Speaking as someone with a vast amount of experience in the topic, playing in tournaments doesn't mean you're strictly a tryhard. Just for people that don't understand that. In fact, there are a lot of people like myself who the thing that we enjoy doing in tournaments is playing decks that are off the beaten path. Like, for instance, I played the Pick Ban Gauntlet this morning with 3 brews because I just like, that's how I enjoy playing card games. I like playing games where I can play what I like.
Fade and be gone.
I disagree. Tournaments are really different than ladder and LP climbing different strategies. I largely disagree with that statement. I think people in the Runeterra community largely overstate how much of a differential there is between tournament play and ladder play. Oh, did I click this right? Are we gonna get a gem here? We are gonna get gems. Okay. The problem is here, I'm down to 7, and my deck doesn't really have healing in it, so there's a good chance we just die from here. Forever Elk, thank you for re-upping that Prime Sport. I appreciate it. Welcome back. Went 7-0 in the Gauntlet, playing your Vault Control and Twisted Fate Diana deck. Super fun. Hey, that's awesome. Congrats. There's someone else that played with some decks that are off the beaten path and did well. Tutors, thanks for the 22 months. Welcome back. I appreciate you keeping me around. So, I think I actually want a Mentor of Stones here rather than Taric, because Mentor of Stones will let my Fleet Feather Tracker survive a Precious Pet challenge, which is ideal. None of these can block these Fearsome units as is, so getting these out of play is really important. The problem is here, we're at 7, so we're just like 2 Decimates, or a Decimate plus a deal 3 away from dying here. That is actually a really good takeaway, Violet Journey. Playing good cards matters more than playing good decks. I like that a lot. So that's a good take, I think.
I bring clarity.
We are not. We're on the ladder, Himblin. We won our gauntlet. Well, that's perfect.
You're Taric, the Protector.
Climb well, and good luck on your journey.
Heal that so it doesn't die to a deal 3. So Sword on Taric means Taric dies to the 6/5. I kind of like triple gemming this and then attacking with everything. So this trades with the 6/5 and then grants both of these. Can I level Taric this turn? I cannot. Oh, Taric gives himself tough. Oh, you're super right. Okay, yeah, that's the play. Although then I have to trade Taric next turn with this. Now I'm gonna stick to my plan. I think if this trades here and pumps my other 2 things, that's good for me. I don't want to lose Taric. I don't want to have to block with Taric next turn because this is fearsome.
There is nowhere left to go but up.
Yeah, so like if they block here. And then they're at no cards in hand, then I'm at 7. So I think we're in an okay spot to win this race. Yeah, Taric's one of those cards, like, when you read him, he, like, looks like he takes forever to level, but he actually levels himself up quite readily. Yeah, sweet. Owl Knight. Thank you for the very generous tier 2 sub, and for the 24 months at that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. You're having a good one wherever you're at. Oh, good, chat. There's a news article that domestic terrorists are setting fire to ballots inside of ballot boxes. That's nice. You should make sure when you talk about stories like that that you call those people what they are. Those are domestic terrorists. People are so disgusting. It's from a local news station. I don't have commentary on the text around it, but all news stations have bias, but it appears to be a real story. That Donald Trump has been pushing to delegitimize mail-in voting and absentee ballot voting for a reason exactly like this, to encourage his base to compromise things. I am worried for my country too, Logan. Like I mentioned in my update video, I'd be lying if I didn't say the election next month isn't part of the reason why I'm taking an extra month off of Magic. I don't feel like I could appropriately handle the stress of whatever's gonna happen next month on top of being stressed out about my job. So part of the problem is is that not all states that offer early voting start counting early votes immediately as they come in.
The dragon's rage claws to get out.
Many tribes under one banner.
Do I trade this for 6 points of damage? I think the answer to that question is yes. Maybe I should have put the Zenith Blade on here for that reason. You're skeptical of crimes being committed unless the perpetrators are caught? What a strange position to have.
I'll get us to the peak, no matter what it takes.
Got him. So I have 7 resources total this turn. I think we open on Zenith Blade here. Because we have Bastion up as well to protect her.
They are nothing.
This is our homeland.
How do we feel about a proactive Bastion here? I think I'm kind of into it. I didn't say it was politically motivated. I said burning ballots in a ballot box is an act of domestic terrorism. Seven mana total here, not bad. Still have Bastion up, which is nice. We have an Ice Quake here. Avalanche, sure.
Ours is the one true light.
For European, it's weird to see Trump at 42% in the polls. Yeah, that's because Trump's base will never leave him. They're a cult. The only way you push Trump down is by generating new voters, not by convincing Trump voters they should no longer be Trump voters. Trump voters have been indoctrinated, they're gone. You're not recovering them. I think I just want a Taric here.
I'm ready to shine.
Maybe I'm supposed to single combat there, actually. You ask about getting a game title added. Yeah, what's going on, Devil? The TLDR on submitting games is that is a $50 donation plus the cost of the game. And you should check with me before you submit something just to make sure it's something I'm okay playing.
Lost in reflection?
Yeah, I think I messed up, and I think I was supposed to single combat these last turn. This was a 3-3. Huh.
Stand resolute.
If you could do me a favor, Devil, if you're interested in submitting something, there's a Google form linked on my website there. Just go ahead and submit it using that and include a link to the game. And I'll check it when I'm off stream, and I'll send you an email back letting you know if it's okay or not. I try not to say yes or no to things without looking at them first, just in case it's something that's not something I'm interested in. But generally speaking, anything single-player story games or turn-based strategy games are all good submissions.
Admire me later.
I appreciate it. Thanks for helping me stay organized. If they have a Ruination here, we're going to be in a bit of trouble. They only have Avalanche or Ice Quake. We're all right, because Taric survives that. Oh, I guess Taric survives Ruination too, right? Try hard or spike mindset coming from Magic basically means you value winning more than anything else. And there's nothing wrong with that. It just describes what your goals are as a player. Like, for example, I would say my goals as a player are more centered around building sweet decks and trying to get game wins in the context of building neat decks, rather than strictly playing the best decks in the format. Just War Mothers. This is actually probably okay for us. That's definitely okay for us. That's you love to see it, chat. You love to see it.
Darkness hides in my path.
You're Taric, the Protector.
Climb well, and good luck on your journey.
This levels her too.
There are none like me.
For the
Yeah, we can hush. We can hush Frostbite off of one of our things here, too. It's pretty good.
From the skies!
Protect.
Dragons have no remorse.
That game feels like it was a really good example of how good Shyvana can be, just like incredibly on its own. Like, again, I feel like decks, I don't know that this deck is strictly optimal, but I like the idea of playing Shyvana in a shell where she's the only dragon, because she's self-enabling pretty elegantly, especially with a couple of single combats and stuff like that alongside her, as opposed to like being all in on dragons to make her work. Feels like a good mix. Maokai Nautilus. I will say one thing that's felt kind of awkward about this build is it's light on ways to enable these early. So, like, in a lot of decks that I've played, Lunari Shadestalker would be an auto-keep in this matchup, but I just can't enable Elusive on 2 or 3 with this card very consistently. So I think it's a mulligan. Yeah, I could see that, Hank. So, like, there were a lot of Bannerman decks that were only playing Garen as their only champion. And I could see Shyvana being okay paired with Garen. The problem with that is you have to give up the what's it called? You have to give up the elite package. Where's you from? I am from the Midwestern region of the United States. I am located 2 hours south of Chicago. I think Tom Kench would pair okay with Lux. For reference, if you're new to the channel, a lot of the decks that we play on this stream are viewer submissions. So if you have a sweet deck or deck idea you'd like to see on stream at some point in the future, you can submit it to be played by following the directions on my website. That feels kind of bad. I guess we have to attack through that though, huh?
Devotion to battle.
Feels bad that I burned a Pale Cascade to get this out.
Who's on top of the bounty board today?
This might be too cute, but... Hired Gun's an interesting one inside of the Deep. It's not a card they often play. It's good against aggro, though, so it seems like a good addition. Play Mountain Sojourners here, actually. Getting this pumped up sounds pretty good. Why is Jeff at 525? The thing on the left side's actually a $sign. because it costs $25 to submit a deck to the stream.
Punish transgression.
Why not play Taric there? Well, like I said a second ago, if you were listening, I wanted to get +2/+2 on my Solari Soldier, because making my unit with Overwhelm bigger permanently is valuable. What's the best game board? That's a super subjective question. There's a lot of good ones.
Beauty and life.
They're so small, but she ain't lacking courage.
I'll pump him up so he survives this. Hey, good morning, Bob. Happy Monday. So I think my plan here is Bastion this, play Shadestalker, and then we can attack with him and he'll Bastion the Shadestalker. So these will trade, but that's fine. Makes this a 3/4 with Spell Shield we can get in there with.
I will tend this god.
Listen, I just timed someone out for bickering over the definition of an assault rifle, and I get it that you're probably a neckbeard, someone on the somewhere out there in the world that thinks this definition is important, because actually, Jeff, assault rifle is a made-up term, and they're not technically assault rifles, Jeff. You don't understand. You know what people are talking about when they say assault rifle. They're talking about weapons that shouldn't be in the hands of normal human beings because they are able to murder hundreds of people in a matter of minutes, given the right circumstances.
We need skill to reach the top, not trinkets.
It does you no harm to have both.
I think I want a Taric here. If I Taric before I attack, it lets them make a... Maybe I don't want a Taric.
These gems grant a wearer harmony.
Just a little farther.
Maokai has to be the least played champion in Runeterra. Nah, that's not even remotely close to true. Maokai sees play in this deck, which is a tier 2 deck. Things like Vlad tend to see less play. Yeah, there's a bunch that see a lot less play than him.
Success gets you noticed around here.
That's pretty good. Let's make this vulnerable.
I am truly honored.
Hopefully Concerted Strike will let us keep this alive for another turn.
The water rises.
Think we've died, chat. think we've died.
Like I am the forest.
That's true. Depending on what they hook with, this could end up okay. We'll see what they do.
The seas awaken. Down, down.
We'll let our opponent have their fun.
Find humans, make them flat!
Blood and guts, golden glory.
They don't, Grandpa. It's just all very silly.
Come and harvest it.
I refuse to wilt.
This is not the way.
Do I also Bastion Tarek to keep him alive? Hey, Manu, thanks for the raid. I appreciate that. What does keeping him alive do? I might need the +1/+1 here, right? I also might want it to enable the elusive is how we're winning. Yeah.
Lost in reflection?
And Tarek doesn't do anything, right? I wanna protect this because it gives +2/+2 here. I think is the play.
Life springs anew.
If we draw like a Pale Cascade, we could have lethal.
Everyone's got a secret.
Oh no!
Give them room to spread their leaves.
Yep, that's what I want.
So close. That's a good thought with the Tarek champion spell. Saving Tarek makes Tarek an out if they don't have an elusive there. It's a good thought. I didn't think about that way. It's a good observation though. You're a little bit too slow there. Oh, yeah, that's true. Maokai gets rid of your champions, right? You should never have expectations of what you are or aren't going to win in card games. Runeterra has a lot less non-games than a game like Magic, but it still has a lot of variance in it. That's why card games are fun, chat, because they have variance in them. Low expectations is the key to not being disappointed in life. Hey, the 8-bit casual. Back in black, hit affiliate after 3rd place in EW. Keep the hype rolling. Congrats.
am something of an aspiring trichologist.
Seems like a lot less variance than Magic. So, like I said, the game still has plenty of variance in it. It's just the variance isn't saying you don't get to play, which is why I prefer it to Magic in large part. Variance is good. Variance where you get to make no meaningful decisions and then die, not so good.
We wear red to honor the fallen.
So I don't want to play this till after they attack, because I don't want them to challenge or these. They're out of mana here. I think that means I want to gem this. They'll hook these with these two probably, and then hit me with Fiora, but I think I'm okay with that. Hey Colin, thanks for the 25 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. So I think the plan here is stick Taric and then gem Taric, attack, hook this next turn.
Beauty and life.
This sequencing's a little bit bad should my opponent have a single combat here. They could single combat this. Alright, well, this at least gives me... I can no longer... Oh, I can attack with Taric into this, can't I? Because Taric gives himself tough? Am I okay with that? I think I'm okay with that.
Sharp. Never submit.
So these two can bounce off each other, going to 2 and 1 health respectively. And then if they don't open on attacks, I can gem Taric back up. Plus Bastion to keep him alive through a dragon hit, a dragon challenge. I think this deck we're currently playing is probably my favorite pick for Shyvana deck I've played so far, but I also haven't played that many of them, so I don't know that I have a great baseline for her, so to speak. I'm voting for Trump. Convince me that Biden is a capable leader. Convince me that it doesn't have Alzheimer's. Fuck off with your FUD. I can't. Anybody that buys into the idea that Biden has Alzheimer's at this point, you're really fucking stupid. Go watch any of the town halls or debates that the man has done. He's old and he has a stutter, but he's very coherent and he's strung many sentences together.
Stand resolute. I am the protector.
And that's even before you get into the whataboutisms, redirections of listening to the mush that comes out of Trump's fucking mouth constantly. Good lord. I'm not here to convince you of anything, because anybody that's still supporting Trump at this point is either fucking stupid or too far gone for me to help, so I'm not gonna bother wasting my time with you. Biden was far from my first choice in this election during the primary season. I had a Bernie Sanders banner on my stream, but don't spread FUD about Biden. Just stop it. Get some help. I think we're just attacking with these two, huh? He makes both of them invulnerable. Sounds pretty good. I guess I don't mind hitting with this too. If they want to trade Shavon for this, I'm okay with that. I'd prefer we don't spread nonsense about Trump either, please. There's plenty of things to talk about Trump that are awful without spreading nonsense and unverified stuff. You want another good reason to not vote for Trump? What are his policies? The Republican Party literally doesn't have a policy page. Donald Trump didn't announce a platform this year because his only platform is cruelty. The cruelty is the point.
Strength in grace, beauty in the blade.
Alright, are we playing more blockers out this turn? The question is, do I want to Bastion proactively? To play Crescent Guardian? Yeah, saying Trump has some kind of mental illness too also is kind of a scapegoat for saying he doesn't understand the evil, terrible things he's doing when he definitely does. Don't minimize his active part in the harm he's created and caused by trying to write it off as he doesn't know. I talk about politics on my Twitch channel because upsetting some ignorant hillbilly who still supports Donald Trump at this point doesn't matter to me. Because removing Donald Trump from power creates the future that I need for my children. I want my children to be able to go to school because we had competent leadership that was able to manage a pandemic. I want my children to have a planet to live on 50 years from now, one that's not ravaged by climate change. This thing's gonna level up when this hits, so blocking is not good. I want my children to be able to marry and love whoever they want to marry and love, regardless of what the Supreme Court of the United States thinks they should be able to or not.
Protect House Law. Witness my true power.
Thanks for the third of a year, Eddie No Pants. I appreciate that. Welcome back. When am I running for office? I'm pretty sure there's plenty of videos of me in owl costumes and yelling at fascists that I'm probably fairly unelectable at this point. Oh, do they have a rally? They have a Dragon Strike. Alright, so we just Bastion here, right? And then hopefully we can kill them with Overwhelm next turn. Owl for office. That's true. Electability is somewhat of a myth. That's fair. Alright, I think we're just gemming our dorks up and heading to Pound Town, right? So, an important thing to understand about the president, Bonacardo, is that you're not just electing a president, you're electing an administration. So while I'm not certain on a pure intelligence level who compares Biden or Trump, it's probably Biden, but I'm not going to assert that for sure. I trust Biden way more to defer to people who are actual experts when it comes to making important decisions. Donald Trump and the Republican Party and people like him see admitting fault and acknowledging that you don't know something as a failure as opposed to an opportunity to learn. Biden doesn't have to know everything. He just has to be willing to talk to people who know what he doesn't know and be open to listening to them, as opposed to seeing listening to other people who are smarter than you in particular areas as a failing. Trump and his cronies are the physical manifestation of toxic masculinity. In a lot of ways, yeah, PNC, that's a good way to phrase it. I think I'm gonna mulligan this. So the Nightfall units in this deck aren't as good as they are in other Nightfall aggro decks, but they are good mid-range things. So like, I don't think I ever want to keep our 2-drop or 3-drop Nightfall unit in our opener, but I think they've been reasonable cards in the deck and I don't want to cut them.
The heretics. Punish transgressors.
It's funny how toxic this chat is against people who don't like Trump. Gosh, Jeff, why are you so mean to literal Nazis, Jeff? You hate freedom of speech. You won't let the Nazis talk. You could ban that person. They don't need to be in timeout. So much for the tolerant left. You just punched a Nazi in the face. Gosh. Jeff, you claim you hate fascists, but you ban people in your Twitch chat, Jeff. Isn't banning people from your Twitch chat fascism, Jeff? Some idiot in Twitch chat.
I came to fight!
It's an actual quote lots of times over. There are lots of people who definitely think that me banning people in my Twitch chat amounts to fascism. They're not bright people, chat. All of our plays kind of suck here. I kind of want to get the elusive into play, but I don't really want to gem either of my other units. I guess I could gem the goat and then block with the goat to get another gem out of it. It's not terrible, I guess. It puts some damage on here too. My opponent's deck's likely an avalanche deck, so there's some value in putting damage on this tribe.
Darkness hides in my path.
They brave or stupid?
Yeah, that's one of my favorites, Frigley. All the conservatives who want to abolish Section 230 for social media platforms, not realizing that if Section 230 gets abolished, all conservatives will be banned from all platforms due to liability reasons, is just really makes me funny. It's very amusing. If I'm being blunt, Lochi, as long as I have support to make Runeterra and variety content, I'm not intending to go back to Magic.
I'll get us to the peak, no matter what it takes.
Alright, so this only damages when it's attacking, right? So I think I'm supposed to gem... I think I want to gem both of these and then attack. They can trade here, but then this is permanently bigger. And like, if they trade here and take 7, that's a pretty good exchange for us. We're definitely the beatdown here. Well, so the problem with wanting to just poke in when you play Magic is that Magic's incredibly expensive, and in order to play a little bit of Magic, it costs you a lot of money. And again, if I did poke into Magic, it definitely wouldn't be 2 days after they banned something. Like, people need to wait and see if the format's still good a month from now, not 2 days after the fact.
No breaks till the next cliff top.
Uh-huh.
What change would bring me back to Magic without needing to recover income? Probably them reconsidering how they treat their player base and how they distribute their product. Magic's an incredibly predatory game and monetization model with the way it's all set up, and I really don't care for it.
Tell me, Sage, what does my future hold?
Vision hazy. Please ask again later.
That's rude.
Crystals.
Tell me, Sage, what does my future hold?
Vision hazy.
Deja vu.
Please ask again later.
I think the people who are expecting Wizards of the Coast or Magic to change are kidding themselves, because Magic's more profitable than it's ever been, and you don't fix the money tree. The money tree is doing what it's supposed to do, and it's printing money. Wizards is very happy with their game. They're not about to change anything. Which is why I don't expect them to make changes, which is why I'm taking a step back and focusing on other games like Runeterra that are fun, and Riot's making a ton of good decisions, and that make me excited to wake up in the morning and play them and go to my job.
No one else?
Wizards or Hasbro? It's not an important distinction. It's actually irrelevant to me as a consumer, whether it's Wizards of the Coast or Hasbro that's making Magic suck at the moment, because the end result is the same. I don't care why as a consumer. It's not my job to care about that. The only thing I care about as a consumer is how the actual game plays. How do we feel about single combating Vs to keep Sojourners alive? They haven't swept the board yet. I think I like that. I agree, Combat Muffin. My content is better when I'm enjoying the game that I'm playing. And if my income hadn't been so directly tied to Magic, I probably would have stopped playing a long time ago. I am both excited and a little bit nervous to be branching out into other games. Excited to see where my numbers and metrics end up at in another month and a half.
Strongest to face me. Not one. We smash all.
So we're hoping to just kill him with this next turn, right?
Eagle face.
You know, honestly, someone else said they're gonna miss me ranting about Wizards. My life is so much better not being angry about a game company. Believe it or not, being angry about stuff increases your stress level and makes the rest of your life less good.
Time to smash.
My generic quality of life is much better when I just get to not care about Wizards. Yeah, exactly, Quaddle. There are more than enough things in life to be angry about that aren't supposed to be fun. Please vote. Please vote early if you haven't voted already. That the thing I'm supposed to be enjoying should be just that, something I'm allowed to enjoy. I should proactively Bastion this, right? And just hope they're dead. Is there healing in their deck? I should probably just pump this up all the way, right? If they have Vile, Peace, Feast, plus Vengeance, we're gonna die here, but I think this is our out to win. Please don't pencil my name in for any elections, Your Mom's Red Sauce. It's important this year. It's important every year. Wait, how does this work? If I strike this, it's still there, right? Because it levels? Is that how that works? I'm pretty sure this doesn't work how I want it to. It levels in place. I think this is still the play. Like, this is still the play, because, like, then my 5/5 lives, but... Wait, what? What just happened there? The strikes go left to right. So it struck, killed him, and then the leveled one got struck by the 16 power thing. Sick. So that's different than Magic, right? That's one of the things I'm getting used to in Runeterra is level up mechanics can happen mid-card. So the first strike leveled him, and then the second strike, accidental big brain play. That was completely intentional. I was testing you, chat, and pretty much all of you failed. I knew the outcome of that very clearly. Easy game, easy life. Terra's great. Alright, we're gonna mulligan these. We're gonna keep our aggressive start here. We're the beatdown against the deep, so we want to just get pressure going as quick as possible. For anybody that missed it, there's a clip from Slacker. Sick. That was a sweet, sweet interaction. Hey, you select the order. You're passionate in the way you educate people. You should think about running for something where you could make a difference. Maybe in a post-meme stream life. That was probably the best draw in our deck because it allows me to keep curving out here very elegantly.
Stuff make happy.
Stuff make happy. Dredger's voice lines really resonate with me, chat. Hey, InQB, thanks for the biddies. I appreciate it. Hope you're staying safe out there wherever you're at. I think we play Mentor of the Stones here. Playing Mentor kinda sucks against Vile Feast, but they don't have it. We're gonna get to run them down. Why do we move away from the smart and thin bit? I do it on occasion. Thanks for 28 months, BDP. Looking to dodge the lifesteal 3-2 here as well. Marky, let's get you a sword to go with that shield. Thank you for the entire year of support. I appreciate it. Okay, that's fine. What's ephemeral? Huh? Thanks for the 13 months, Boxy. Do I throw away my 1-1 to get another 3-2? Have my views changed over the years since becoming a father? Yeah, definitely. Not even just becoming a father, but just becoming more informed. Actually, I tweeted this out over the weekend. You probably wouldn't know it from hearing me talk on stream today or in the past, but Joe Biden will actually be the first time I've ever voted for a Democrat for president. 2012 was the first year I was eligible to vote, and I didn't vote because I didn't care and wasn't informed. 2016, I voted for Gary Johnson, which is a awful vote I will never live down in my adult life, but I learned from it at least. At least if you do bad things, you can learn from it. And then, in a lot of ways, Donald Trump and the cruelty of his administration radicalized me. They made me realize that I need to care about these things and they're important. Drakari, thanks for the 14 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back.
Each life a rare jewel.
At the end of the day, my politics as I've grown and learned and evolved are pretty simple. I just, you know, think we should take care of people. I think in the wealthiest country in the world, nobody should go broke because someone in their family gets sick. Nobody should be hungry or starving. We have more than enough resources to take care of all these people. And while Joe Biden ideal to get more people affordable healthcare isn't exactly what I would like to see, it's definitely much better than the nothing the Republicans are doing. Don't let perfect be the enemy of good. Your mom's red sauce coming in hot with some more sub-gifties. I appreciate that. Welcome. Welcome to our new members of Hoaglandia. D-Sprag, thanks for the 15 months. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. I think we want to just keep adding pressure to the board here.
Every gem you bestow reflects the beauty of our world.
Each is made in your name, Protector.
Poser, thanks for checking in with that Prime again. Welcome back. I appreciate the half a year. How far off of the deep are they? Still pretty far. We lost this matchup earlier today when we played it, but it looks like we're probably going to be aggressive this time around to run them down.
Everywhere.
Journey ahead is difficult. These will protect you. A pretty bauble. But what
So,
does it do?
I think once upon a time, not labeling yourself was fine, but the Democratic tent is so big at this point, anybody, like, from the far left to even slightly right of center in the United States is definitely a Democrat at this point. The Republicans in their embrace of Trump have run headfirst into full-on fascism. How would I align myself politically? I would consider myself a progressive. I supported Bernie Sanders in the primary. I occasionally donate money to the Justice Democrats. I think I'm pale cascading this to keep it alive. A 4-2 can attack into these things, which seems pretty important. The two-party system is not ideal, and I definitely support candidates that support things like ranked choice voting and stuff like that, but you can both acknowledge that ranked choice voting should be ideal while also understanding that it's not currently what we have. Work to make things better, but also acknowledge reality while you do it. They could have vengeance. That being said, I think I'm in the market to YOLO here. We need to end this game sooner rather than later. I guess I don't have to do the non-gems now. I can just do this and see how they block. Well, I could cascade on Taric for the extra card draw. Yeah, let's do that.
Time to shine. There is nowhere left to go.
You can always find the deck code of the current deck that we're playing by typing !deck in chat. This deck, like most of the decks that we play on stream, is a... Oh, and then he makes this invulnerable because he's leveled. Alright. GG. I forgot about that. I forgot he was gonna level. Alright, yep. Do they live with gaining 2 off of these? They might. They get to go block, 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 take 11. Oh, I think they're going to live at 2. I think they're going to live at 2 because these put them to 14. We're still in an okay spot with the Bastion drawn here to protect this next turn and then kill them the following turn, though. Yeah, they're going to go to 2 here. That's fine, though. I think we're in an okay spot. Runeterra is very snowbally. Our deck is snowbally when we get going. Runeterra, unlike some other card games, typically offers a variety of gameplay styles based on what you prefer to play. Yeah, I agree with that, Siren. Like, our opponent's not even out of this game at 2 life at this point. They definitely have a comeback mechanic with Maokai here. If we ordered differently, would we have 1 there? Oh, if I put the 1-2 first, would we have 1? Yeah, I think you're right. Did my attack sequencing matter there? Yeah, I think it did, right? Because the goat was last. Yeah, I think that's accurate. If I would have put the 1-2 first in combat, it was a complicated combat sequence, and I almost ran out of time. Yeah, the fact that the permutations of your ordering of your attackers mattering in this game can be tough sometimes. There's a lot to think about each turn. Yeah, if I would have put this up front, they'd have died on that attack. So this obliterated my deck down to 2 cards. So we're basically on the Lunari Shadestalker or bust plan here. We have 2 pieces of removal to be able to kill an elusive if they have 1. Yeah, they could have had Vile Feast or something, but there's a good chance they didn't. My play was definitely wrong. We've won with Shyvana a few times. That is correct, Carefee. Only your first gauntlet run each week counts towards your chance to get a bye. Alright, so they're out of resources at this point. So I think the game plan here is concerted strike this big monster. They gain up a little bit of life. We kill them next turn with this, protected by Bastion.
Protector, shield me! You spurned my gift?
Them going to 5 isn't a big deal, right? I'm fine with that.
Protector.
Sure, you're all shiny and majestic, but can you float?
I could certainly try.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Brett. We're just playing her as a generically good card.
Stay focused!
The fight fight never ends.
Hey, Serge. Thank you for the 2 months of support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. All right, we got him.
These gems aren't just for show.
Not bad. That's a good one to end on. So, I don't really know. This deck felt pretty cohesive. The one big play pattern, play style thing of this deck that I feel is worth noting that differed a little bit from other decks that I've played is that Crescent Guardian and Lunari Shadestalkers are not very good early plays in this deck. They were both very good as pseudo-evasive units to stack bonuses up on and support onto, so I don't think I would cut them. But I do think in most matchups, I want to mulligan these in my opening hand because we're not playing things like Lunari Dustbringer to get them down super quickly. I also don't really think I would add those to the deck. Like, I was pretty happy with the mix of 1-drops here, having different utility in different spots. Shyvana really stood out to me as being a super reasonable card in this deck, and I think this deck's a good example of a direction that people haven't really tried with this champion yet. Everybody keeps shoving this card into decks with a bunch of other dragons in it, and I think especially with Concerted Strike and single combat, this card is very good at just self-enabling and leveling herself up entirely on her own. So I think that I liked her in the shell, and I think I would be open to trying her in other, like, Demacia shells where she's just a quality champion that's aggressive, that's self-enabling, as opposed to playing a ton of other dragon-themed things with her. Alright, at any rate, we are going to shift gears to the rest of the stream. If you're someone new to the channel, dropping in from the Runeterra section, welcome. I stream Runeterra here every single morning. Usually we do 2 different decks, each for about 1.5 hours to 2 hours. A lot of the decks we play are viewer submissions, so if you have your own sweet deck idea you'd like to see play on stream at some point in the future, you can check out details on that on my website. For the remainder of the stream today, I'm going to be live for another hour, so we're going to play some more Fatal Core TCG, which is a small indie project that is fully playable in your web browser right now while they're working through their beta. They have some pretty novel game design content